We are going.
Like I think music is my life.
We're there. We will get.
I think music is really important for education.
We will get it there.
Music as education is, I think it's really good for me.
Whoa yeah yeah, whoa yeah yeah, whoa yeah yeah. So when I first came into this job, I didn't know what to expect, but I knew it's something that I wanted to do. My mentors at UNM were Regina Carlo and Julia Church-Hoffman, who held my feet to the fire and prepared me to do it. I always call going into elementary music a license to learn, because it's so much different than when I was the same age as these kids.
Hi, I'm Jaylene, and I'm a 5th grader here at Marie Hughes.
My name is Kaylee Tuttle.
Hi, my name is Davion.
Hi, my name's Paul Palmer. I'm the music teacher at Marie Hughes. I've been here 8 years out of my 11 years of teaching. Married to a beautiful wife. Her name is Ambrosia. And my daughter Amari and my son Paul are both here at school with me. From the beginnings, I was a teacher who was really into creative movement. And now that I've been able to stay at the school, I've really gotten back into it, sharing that with my kids. I feel like creative movement allows my students to be performers. Moving in black lights allows them to be comfortable, to perform with their bodies, to use their bodies to show music. We usually start with movement with our bodies, something to center ourselves and bring everything together. I started to lock in on the SEL side of things very early. Every Wednesday we would teach our students who were in the SES, social emotional support setting. There was a whole different thing that I was never aware of before. Trauma that kids were dealing with, I was not aware of before. And as someone who did not grow up with a lot of trauma in my life, I had to begin to understand how other people felt about things while being aware of trauma. And so I've learned that centering oneself, I can't get anything out of them if they're not centered. And so sometimes that does mean addressing what has happened earlier in the day and then moving forward from it. So at that point, if we only get 20 minutes of really good instruction and 15 minutes of really good instruction, it's better than fighting back and forth. And so what I've realized is centering myself as well. When I came to Marie Hughes, that's when we became the second SES hub. I hung out with a lot of teachers. One who is Jennifer Ansores. She is now she's now a SES principal at Valley. But she was here and she was a classroom teacher upstairs with SES 2. And just watching how she handled her kids, how she talked with them, how she reasoned with them, how she got them to think about their feelings and their actions, things like diffusion, things like acceptance. And what I realized is like, man, our kids could use this. And so then COVID comes around, which, knocks everybody for a loop, and we try to get back into school. And at that point, I feel like the district and our school started to move towards that direction where it's like the stuff that we've been giving to those kids is stuff that all the kids and all the adults actually needs. And so at our school we use the AIM curriculum, and it's been really cool to get the kids who are in general ed to be able to use the same language, because what I've noticed is whether this kid who is in the SES program is having a bad time, something happened that day, maybe they had a bad time and everybody saw that they had a bad time, but I've seen them be able to diffuse the situation at the end and talk about exactly what happened and how they feel about it in ways that I saw kids in general ed really needed to do and weren't doing at the time.
For some reason, I was always the person who was never going to sing because I felt like I embarrassed myself and people would laugh. But Mr. Palmer would always be like, no, don't do that, or don't laugh when other people are doing that. You're gonna make them feel sad or embarrassed, and I overcome that fear, and now I'm signing up for the talent show this year. That's why.
Taking that time that before I throw you on instruments, before I give you a recorder, before I give you drums and xylophones and put something in your hand, let's be aware of how we feel in the room. So one thing that we've done this year with 4th and 5th grade is talk about singing, because I feel like I like to sing, but I don't consider myself a vocalist. And so I have nerves about singing in front of the kids. And so I express that to them, and we sit down and we talk about what would make you more comfortable to sing. First of all, what makes you comfortable in the music classroom or any classroom? And then what would make you comfortable enough to sing? Some kids say, nothing. So it's, oh, you're not there yet. So we can get you there. Can I get you there by Labor Day? I want to get you there by Halloween for sure. And most kids will say, you know what? If I was in here and it was just my friends, or other kids will say, you know what, the black lights, when we turn all the lights off, I like it that no one's looking at my face. I can move, I can sing. I feel like I'm not performing by myself in front of everyone. And so I feel like social emotional learning ties into that, and it opens the door for kids to be performers and to feel comfortable. So I asked the kids, who's comfortable enough to go up and sing and dance right now on the stage in the cafeteria for a talent show in front of the whole student body? Like maybe one hand goes up. Then it's like, who's comfortable with just their friends? Well, let's get comfortable with just the people in this room. If we can establish that we're comfortable with each other and this is a safe space, then we'll all be able to perform. Like, can we come in here, perform once a week, and we do this just for each other? We know that we are safe. And I think social emotional learning helps us to get there. I'm passionate about this because I could not do this job in another district.
I really like Mr. Palmer because me and him have a lot in common. Like, I really like music because me and my brother make music.
This district is a model for doing something that could be and should be mimicked all around the country.
My first class with him was actually really cool. I thought it was really cool because I came into his room, I saw all these instruments. I'm like, wow.
I've seen the longevity of people taking this job and wanting to continue to do it, and realizing that I can do this job at any of the over 100 schools, elementary schools in this district. You can put me anywhere and I show up with all of my stuff that I've been able to purchase through this district, and I give a quality education to everyone. So there is equity at every single school. As long as I'm sitting in the classroom, you come here, I'm gonna teach your kids, it's gonna be great because the training is there, the professional development is there, the mentorship is there. An amazing thing to see the head of fine arts be someone who's done my job. That's a wild thing, that someone to go from what I'm doing now to move up and to move up and to move up, but also learning, and at the same time always pulling up people behind them, and to see administrators, my administrators, people I went to college with, and people that I met when I came on staff, and they were my mentors, and I've learned so much from them, and now those are my bosses. You just can't say that everywhere. You can't say that at every school, and you can't say that in other districts.
Music is basically everything. I know other kids would like to listen to music too, so why wouldn't you have it in school?
More and more I started getting into his classes. I'm like, I think music is my life.
Mr. Palmer has opened me up to new kind of music.
Yeah, I think music has been helping me be more creative.
I get to be tied into community, but I have a covering of a very, very supportive district. And I also have an amazing principal. And putting those two things together makes someone want to stay in a position for a very, very long time. The vision is continuing, and we're in a position that a future is secure.
I don't know, I feel like every second of the day, especially right now, I'm thinking of melodies. Mr. Palmer is a great, inspiring teacher. I think he's really, really cool and positive. There's always a smile on his face. I think I think that's my favorite thing about him.
I have a friend named Blake Him. When I first got on, he was like, welcome. And then one of the things he said, we have a future. It's like, yeah, man, we have a future. I was like, whoa, that's wild to think about. That there's future and there's longevity in this. And so to see kids come through and teach their brothers and their sisters and little brothers and little sisters all the way through is an amazing, amazing thing. But it happens because you have a district who supports.
Music as education is, I think it's really good for me and like other people because like I said, it makes them open-minded, more comfortable around other people and just to be themselves.